Hello and welcome back to the channel, Kelly Legends Media. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. I really appreciate all of you that hit those like buttons, hit that hype button, and who leave your comment in the comment section. I not only like the exchange between myself and the subscribers, but also the subscribers discussing certain things amongst themselves. You know, that's what this whole thing's about, is to provoke thought and conversation. Okay, but let's keep it respectful. If not, trust me, I'm just gonna throw your comment out. You start saying things that you know, that are off the wall, I'll just throw your comment away. As soon as I get to that part, boom, I'll just flush it. So don't waste your time. But anyways, this video is not a part two, but a kind of a continuation with what's going on with Gunner. Okay, now as we know, and we should have known all along, Gunner's stories were not true. They were based off of different characters, and you know, he twisted it, switched characters, did all kinds of things to make them funny and entertain the people. You know, okay, he lied, he admitted to it, and so there, man, everything's good. Bullshit. Okay, look. One of the besides the putting too much salsa, as everybody wants to put it, besides that part, okay, he mentioned something that nobody's mentioned so far, at least I haven't heard it, and that's creating a GoFundMe for Ricky to get money. Okay. What was said was that he put it out on his lives. People responded. Money was sent. And that's what he should have addressed. Basically, when it comes down to it, he basically said, yeah, I lied. The thing about me creating a GoFundMe is not true. If you want to stay a subscriber, stay a subscriber. If not, kick rocks. Maybe he really doesn't care about the subscribers that much. I don't know. Or what they think. I'm not sure. But I kind of get that impression when he says things like that, you know. Instead of just addressing the situation, you know. Unless he really doesn't care. Then he could say what he wants. But I think he's going to lose a lot of subscribers, because when you're cheating people out of their money that they've earned, that they work for, okay, that they could have used for some other thing for their family or their household, and send it to a stranger to help him out, and the money never gets to him, that's a straight burn. Maybe some people don't care. They don't care about the amount of money they spend. They have that much. I don't know. I don't know what would make a person do that. You know? I'm even leery about sending money when somebody passes away, you know, onto a channel, you know, instead of a GoFundMe. A GoFundMe I might send to. But even then, you know, all kinds of things go bad with a GoFundMe. It's better if you know the family and you're able to somehow reach out to the family and help them, you know. But anyways, people do what they do, and a lot of times they use different people and situations to collect money, and that's the way it appears with Gunner not explaining what that was all about. Nobody mentioned a GoFundMe. That wasn't one of the things that were talked about. And if he doesn't go back and clear that up, basically it's going to stay that it happened, it's true, and, you know, you go from there, you know. If he doesn't address it, then obviously he doesn't care. You know, he's out to get your money. He's like, manda, send it. If you don't want to send it, you know, keep it, kick rocks. I don't care, you know. I don't know. I don't get them. I don't get how you could come out and speak to your subscribers that way, you know. Anyways, you know, we're all individuals. We do things the way we do them. We speak the way we do. And we all have different characters. We all have different attitudes. We all see things differently, you know. Uh, but yeah, he put out his video and basically said, yeah, he lied, you know. Boo hoo, right? And never addressed the money situation. So we'll see what happens with that. You know, if it's coming or if it never comes at all, well then, subscribers, you know what time it is. You should have known already, but I guess some people take longer to learn than others. You know, and I can't do this as a continuation video without mentioning everybody's boy Slugz. Okay, now he said, in response to putting out the video after they told him not to put it out, that he put it out and they said they wanted it out. That's a lie. He's twisting words around. Read the text. The text says, don't put the video out, you know. And he basically told him, hey, my subscribers are going to be mad. Everybody's mad. Nobody was mad. But he told them, Ricky and Kimberly, hey, everybody's mad, you know, like this isn't cool. So he said, I had to put it out anyways. Later on down the line, they said, well, you know, we wanted to put that out there about him, but that had nothing to do with his own reasoning about putting that video out. He had already put it out against what they said. So, you know, you could smile and talk real smooth and try to mull it over. And yeah, people are going to bite, you know. But if you pay attention, read the text for what it actually says, it's obvious. They didn't want it out. And he put it out anyways. Later on, they said, you know, that's Rick's cousin. Well, we wanted to put it out anyways. So, like what could they do? He already put it out against their will. So, you know, Slugs, come on, man. Just keep it real, dude. You know, you put it out against their will. And you know. And when you started all this, it wasn't about the money that he took. It wasn't about anything else except that he was lying about these characters, who they are, and that talking bad about his family, telling lies about the family, you know, which was a good cause, you know. But now you're twisting it up, saying that it was always about him burning the subscribers for this money, this, that, and the other. Man, Slugs, do your thing, man. Get your money. You know what I mean? People are going to believe what they believe. Some people are going to see certain things a certain way. Others won't. And, you know, I got to respect that, you know. But anyways, yeah, there it is there. You know, it is what it is. Just like we discussed earlier, he apparently asked for some money, and it never got to Ricky. And until he clears that up, either come out and admit it, give some money back to these people, or do something. You know, shoot Ricky some money, something. He's got to make some kind of move to rectify this, because it's put out there. I wish Slugs would have put some receipts on that, but apparently it was on a live, and most lives get taken down. So it's going to be a hard thing, you know. Except for the people that seen it and heard it, they're going to know the truth. Everybody else is going to have this doubt. So we'll see how that goes. You know, I'm still going to be paying attention. I know the great Kazoo made a video on this too. He has his own ideas about it. But one thing that this Bavoso brought up, he keeps bringing up my grandson, you know, and that I used him to make money, you know. The videos I made got very little views, but it got to the right people. It got to my praying audience, and yeah, I did come up, and so did Levi. We came up on prayers. We came up on people speaking to God from their heart, not hitting their knees because something made them feel a certain way, but sincere people that even today pray for my grandson. And I thank each and every one of you. And I suggest, little man, you keep my grandson out of your mouth. Because every time that you mention this about him and include him in anything that's between me and you, is making the whole situation a whole lot worse. And believe me, it's bad enough, man. So kick back, old man. Anyways, so this is my video for today, people. You know, it is what it is. You know, I wasn't gonna make a special video for this big head again. You know, I'm done with screwing with him. But it seems like every live he mentions this, and you know, I don't know what he wants. So he hit his knees when he doesn't pray. He's not a praying man. You know, so you know, I thanked him for his prayers, and what else does he want? You know, it's like, leave it alone already. Either continue praying for him or just shut the fuck up. You know, I do put personal things out about myself out on social media. You know, and if you don't know, a lot of people put what's going on with these little babies that are close to losing their life. There's hundreds of shorts of people asking for prayers and showing their babies and stuff. You know, it's not so uncommon, but only to ignorant people who, I guess, were brought up that way. You know, it gives you an idea of the type of person he is and the way he thinks, the way his mind works. You know, but anyways, it is what it is. You know. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. And like I said, I'll be watching and see what comes out about this about this money he supposedly collected from his subscribers. You know, if he comes out with, I don't care, you know, stick around if you want, I did what I did, woo, 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 and you guys stick around and hang on to supporting him, man, there's got to be something wrong there. You know what I mean? But anyways, you know, it's up to every individual to think the way they want, accept things and deny things the way they want. Let me know what you think in the comment section about any of this. You know, I enjoy talking to you guys, and I like to hear you guys talk to each other. You know, and you know, shit gets people start to think, man. Brains start working. You know, and just keep it respectful. That's all. You could say anything you want, but keep it respectful. You know, it's simple. Simple as that. So that being said, thank you for watching. Be careful, people. Stay safe, stay free, stay out from behind those walls, man. Behind those bars. Let's be out here where we could be with our families and our loved ones. That being said, God bless you and yours always. And hope to see you on the next video. Muchas gracias.